What's going on, guys? I am Augustine Versace, this is Onell Media, and you are awesome. In today's market, there are so many different cameras. How do you know which one to pick? Sometimes you don't. If you don't have the money for a camera, then my best bet to you is use your phone. Nowadays, the phones that everyone has can really do a phenomenal job at taking videos, especially if you know what you're doing. So, me being the guy that I am, I'm gonna hook you guys up with a little behind the scenes and give you guys some pointers and tips on how to shoot a whole music video with just your phone. This video right here, I shot for a friend of mine, Suave. It's a song that we actually recorded in my recording studio at the crib. It's called Damage, and I really love this song. We worked on it like 2 years ago, and we haven't had time to really catch up. But I said, hey, I got an idea. I want to shoot a music video with a phone. You down? We got that song Damage. You know it. Let's go ahead and shoot it. So I shot the video Damage with my phone. And actually, the video itself is up. So if you guys want to see the video, yeah, right up there. Hey, so in this scene, I'm gonna be shooting at 60 frames per second. Told you guys I was gonna show you when we do something different, but I wanna get all my B-roll out of this scene right here, or most of my B-roll. So I'm gonna be taking it up to 60 frames per second. That's for motion of people. If you're doing cars and things like that, you go up to 120, but right now we're gonna do 60 frames per second, and I'm gonna be getting B-roll from the video shoot. Also, he's gonna be playing the game, other things like that. So make sure that you're telling the story. So I'm gonna get him playing the game. I'm gonna show him doing some things to release some stress from his mind, and I'm also going to be showing the game and other things around the room to give you guys a feel of where he at and what he's doing.
I wake up, flex, thumb down now, check, no drip, this wet, tell him run it up, no sleep, no rest, might crash, might wreck, but first I stretch, tell him run it up.
I rap too. You guys go check me out on my page. Get the video. That's me and Suave right there. Also, I would let you guys hear what it sounds like, but YouTube's gonna flag me, so I'm not gonna do that because this is a tutorial. But if you guys want to know what the song sounds like, there's a link right up there.
Yeah, that's my first video I shot, by the way.
Yeah, that ugly little dude that's behind the camera, that's Money Meech. In the phones, it is a lot easier to do handheld shots because they have stabilization within them. A lot of them have it in the software, and actually with the iPhone, the sensor can move a little bit with the iPhone 12 Pro Max. That was what I used. But you can also use gimbals. And I had a gimbal when I shot certain scenes. This is actually the scene without a gimbal.
I wake up, flex, thumb down now, check, no drip, this wet, tell him run it up, no sleep, no rest, might crash, might wreck, but first I stretch, tell him run it up. I wake up, flex, thumb down now, check, no drip, this wet, tell him run it up.
And this right here would be the scene using a gimbal.
I wake up, flex, thumb down now, check, no drip, this wet, tell him run it up, no sleep, no rest, might crash, might wreck, but first I stretch, tell him run it up. I wake up, flex, thumb down now, check, no drip.
I do use a little small DJI gimbal. It's fairly cheap, man, like $100. And with that, you get the 3-axis stabilization. It looks good. Just really, it looks steady, even though you may not need it if you have a steadier hand, but it looks really good. So that's something that can help you with your production and also knowing your settings. With the iPhone, you can actually lock your settings. All you have to do is press and hold, and the auto exposure settings will be locked. That way, if the lighting changes a little bit, it will keep the same settings as when you originally were shooting. That way it won't start flickering and going back and forth and hunting, and you just don't want that. Another thing that is really amazing with the iPhone Pro 12 Max is that it actually has a decent shallow depth of field with the little bitty sensor that it has. This is actually a bigger sensor than a Pro Max iPhone last year, but since it's a little bit bigger, it has a little bit better depth of field, natural depth of field. not created in the phone, but it's a natural depth of field and you can see it. So this is how you know. Take your phone, find the lens, put your finger in front of the lens. If you see blur behind your finger, then that lets you know what type of depth of field that you have within that phone. That's just something to keep in mind. That's just something like if you want your stuff to look more cinematic, you actually have the power to nowadays. That is just amazing to me. Also, you gotta learn how to edit your videos. That is the main key thing. Now, I wanted to use the Adobe HDR in my iPhone, but to keep it similar to what everybody would be using if they use their phone, I just use the stock app. If you do have a phone like the iPhone 12 Pros, where you can actually have that Adobe HDR and you can actually tweak the colors, it's crazy. And I'll actually show you some color grading on another video, but for right now, I use what came out of the phone. And you make simple little adjustments that'll make it look more cinematic. You can't beat it. It's something that you already have in your pocket. I mean, how much better can it get than that? All right, man, that was step-by-step how I shot this music video. Once again, you can check in the comments. There'll be a link down there that'll let you guys see the video as it is finished. But remember, you can do anything that you want with what you have. Trust me, there are people who have less that can do more. So, with that being said, peace. I love you guys.